Gentlemen, High Threemost man, welcome back. Hope you guys are doing amazing. And I hope you're having a blessed day. All right, we press on towards the goal. And this is phase 2 of our Portals of Transformation series. Okay? Yesterday we made a pact with ourselves. We made a declaration. Hopefully you followed the ritual that I showed you yesterday. And we left a part of ourselves that was no longer serving us. Okay? We left a limb to evolve. We had to let go of something to be born again. This is the outdated model, okay? And our outdated models, they are usually made up of our habits, our routines, and our opinions or beliefs that no longer really benefit us, something that holds us back, okay? So we're leaving this behind. This is no more. We have become new, and that means that we're setting out into this vast, unknown territory. We're going on a quest. Okay? So to understand this, what we have to first look at is what happens to us as we begin to be initiated into society. We're born, we're pure young men, you know? We're just these young boys kind of running around. We're playing Yu-Gi-Oh! We're doing Pokemon. What else are we doing, man? We're chasing girls, you know? Some of us chase other boys when we're little boys. We do dumb stuff, you know? So part of growing up is that we get older. We learn to adapt. We learn how to sort of fit into society. Some people don't figure this out, man. Sometimes it's autism. And, you know, you don't really understand the game, the meta game. You don't understand it. And so what we learn to do, though, is wear this mask. And we're going to use a little mask that looks like Crash Bandicoot. Oh my God. All right, so many of us put this mask on, but I'll tell you this, is that behind the mask lies you. Lies your true self. And many of us are so accustomed to wearing the mask that we actually are strangers to this. And so what we see is that anytime we're always sort of monitoring. We have a customs control that works up here in our head and it monitors everything. Whoa, don't say that. That's going to offend someone. That's going to make someone unhappy. You're going to get haters. You can't be real. Okay, now this is obviously a good thing to be able to put on, to adapt, to be socially savvy, but also it's only good if you don't forget this, who you really are. And the world doesn't need to know but you need to know who you are, man. And most of us forget that because we're so used to acting. We live in a world of actors. We spend our whole lives acting, trying to people please, and we gotta let that go. Okay? But here's the theory, is that this is directly related to the habits, the routines, and the opinions that we're living in. Okay? This old, outdated model that no longer serves us. Okay? So let's get rid of this because we don't need this anymore. And it's gone, baby. It's gone. So now we set out and we're on our quest. And the goal of the quest, the reason you set out on a quest, is to begin to become stronger and to experience. Right? You experience. You have new experiences. That's what it's about, man. You have new challenges. You have trials that show up. Joseph Campbell in The Hero's Monolith, when he puts it together. And one of my favorite parts of any story really is like, you know, when the hero sets out on the journey. That's when things get going. That's when you know, okay, the little farm boy that was just sort of limited to this small barnyard and taking care of the pigs and cows and not really doing anything. Now he's beginning to see what he's capable of. He's setting out, he's meeting people. And that's what, you know, life is a lot like a video game, man. Like when you're starting out, you're just dog shit. You know, you're just level 1, got no supplies, got nothing, but a little bit of hope, you know, and some seeds of hope. And as you begin to go, you go out on the journey, you start the quest, then you begin to level up. You get competent, okay? But see, what happens when we don't answer the call is we, first off, lose the man behind the mask. We lose the inner child, okay? Part of becoming a fully, going full circle is to now bring back the child as long as the adult, okay? You know, you must become just like a child to enter the kingdom of heaven. It says in the Bible, the kingdom of heaven is here on earth. And so we first off, if we don't answer the call, we don't bring them back because we're stuck acting in our small little world. The second thing that happens is our brains actually begin to shut off. Okay, and this is scientific, man. Your prefrontal lobe right here actually it goes to sleep. If you begin to live your life in a habitual state and do the same thing every day, and you can observe this within yourself. When you brush your teeth, you usually brush your teeth with the same hand. Okay, when you cook, you usually cook the same meals. You probably treat your loved ones the same way. Maybe you're filled with anger all the time. And you never really stop to question that. You just think something's wrong with you. Right? But it's become habit. You have the same thoughts. You do the same things. You get the same results. And so you're living your life in a habitual state. So what we need to do is almost dehabitualize ourselves. And the way that we do that is when we go out into this vastness, this grand adventure, we start to introduce novel stimuli. Okay? And you start to have to pay attention. You really do. You have to use awareness. Awareness to see your habits. Because what happens is your brain actually goes to sleep during habits. You don't have to think. That's the beauty of habits. You know, and that's why you want to develop good habits, because then you don't have to think. You just do good habits. So keep your good habits. But also look at how you're living your life. And then start to do different things. Brush your teeth with a different, hand. Use a different hand. Cook new food. Listen to different music. I'm going to start, I recommend you guys share down below what you do. Maybe it's some cool hobby. Maybe it's something not a lot of people do. And share that, because men need these things in our life. I can name a lot of things that most people do. We play video games, watch TV, and get drunk, right? That's what a lot of men are doing. We have to wake up out of this, man, because what's happening is with the sleepiness, as our brain goes to sleep, we lose creativity, we lose flow, we lose our lust for life. We get disenchanted. And the only way to bring that out is to set out to start doing new things. You guys, go camping, man. Go out in nature and go camping. Go camping. All right? And get out from all the light pollution and look underneath the vast sky, and you'll be like, holy smokes, this is amazing. And it puts things into perspective. When's the last time you looked up? Probably not in a while. And you really observe the universe that you live in. And you start to experience this grandeur, this awe. When's the last time you saw that? So go camping, get in nature, reconnect with your roots. We have to revolt against the modern world and modern times that trying to cage us in and limit us and make us drones, slaves to the machine. We have to break out of that. Okay? You got to get together. We have to get together. A man is weak alone. We're not meant to be alone, man. We find our identity within tribe. Okay? We're not meant to be caged animals. And what happens when we're caged and we're lonely, we get ailments. We start jerking off. Monkeys that are caged, that's when they start jerking off. Okay? They rarely do that in nature. Okay? So if you're having trouble, if you think you're socially anxious, it's because you're not really a member of society. You haven't put yourself out there. It's another ailment of being caged. You start getting stuck in here. You start theorizing. But there's a natural intuition inside of every man that when you go out into the world, and you're put in different scenarios, you challenge yourself, your brain lights up. But you don't have any of those challenges. That part of your brain is asleep. And so you have to wake it up. And that's what we're doing here. Share in the comments what we can do to wake ourselves up. New novel stimulation. Go on bike rides. Get out in nature. Take a different route to work. Walk a different route. Explore a new part of the city. I know I said I don't like travel. The only reason I don't like travel is because I've always thought about, well, if I have to come back, I don't want to travel. All right. But do different things. We gotta wake ourselves up. I had another one. And I forgot it. Okay? But I'm gonna think about this. And then I'm gonna tell you. The next thing that we gotta do, man, listen to some classical music. Wagner, Beethoven. This music is going to affect your brain differently than most of the music today. And guess what? You're not going to want to listen to it all the time. Okay? But it's going to have a different effect. Read a different genre of books. All right? Do something different with your morning routine. All right? Start to cook with more spices. And get creative, man. Go and explore, dude. The world is ours. We have to begin the quest. We've made a sacrifice. We've initiated ourselves. We let something go in exchange to become who we will become. Now we cannot stagnate, because if you stagnate, you start to go back. Entropy kicks in. You start to go back. We can't go back, man. We already made a pact with ourselves. We can't go back willingly. So we have to go on the quest. Answer the call and begin, okay? Start to introduce new stimuli into your life and bring back that lust for life. It's the only way. And if you're thinking this is all weird, no, man, trust me. The more habits that you have in your life that you're just going along with, you're going to sleep. And if you want to be more creative and more excited and have that lust, then you got to start to introduce new stuff. You got to wake it up. All right? Let's answer the call. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.